Why, hello there, fellow pals, gals, geeks, and nerds beyond. It is everybody's favorite figure collecting Lobo here, and we are back. Yes, you heard me right. We are back with another exciting episode and installment of Figure Friday. Yes, that's right, folks. Again, this marks episode number 2 of season 6, which recently started off with a smackdown of a first episode. So, um, I do hope that you guys are settling in well. And before the holiest moments, folks, if you haven't already, please do me a favor. Go grab yourself something to eat. Go grab yourself something to drink. A snack, if you want to just have a snack, that's perfectly fine too. And no need to worry about me. I had my dinner not too long ago, and I've got a drink right here. It's good old Dr. Pepper with some cherry and some vanilla in it. I highly encourage it. If you haven't tried it, it's delicious, honestly. Yes, indeed. But please go and help yourself, and don't worry about me. Um, I'll be here waiting. Heck, we are definitely gonna do this, and we're gonna see what happens. Heck. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, man, my hands are hurting for some reason. Oh, remember to stretch. If you guys aren't stretching, please remember to do that. Okay. Oh goodness. Ow. Okie dokie. Are you guys good? I want to make sure you're good because I can't stress this enough, you guys. Make sure that you're taking care of yourselves, okay? You're hydrating, you're eating, and you're getting plenty of rest, or at least rest when you can, because, I mean, that is all essential, and I want you guys to be able to know that I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Really, I do. It just, I can't begin to express that, honestly. Okie dokie. And I ain't gonna lie. Just before, I just want to add in this one little tidbit right here. Before we started, I actually noticed that when I was searching, or I was actually scrolling across TikTok, I came across a game. It looked like it was a Courage the Cowardly Dog game. Now, a lot of folks are saying that game itself was already out, and that one that I was looking at was a mod. I mean, do I believe that? Probably, yeah, because I mean, folks these days are capable of a great many things. So, I mean, it might have been a modded game, which I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But if it had to be Courage the Cowardly Dog, I mean, I feel like they need to come out with the Courage the Cowardly Dog game because it is definitely time for one. And I mean, we're in a new year. I feel like they could benefit from it a lot. Oh, goodness gracious. But with that being said, folks, we have hit the 3-minute marker, so we are going to go ahead and get started. I want to say hello and welcome back to those who are just joining us on this fine Friday evening, or if you're going to be watching this as a highlight, because we're not only coming at you live from TikTok, but we're also coming at you live from my YouTube channel as well. The link is in my bio. Feel free to check that out. Drop a subscribe, smash that like button. Hey, it's all welcome. Just like you guys. But right. So again, this marks episode 2 of season 6, which again kicked off last week with a tribute to the wrestling mat. So be sure to check that out again. It's posted on my YouTube channel for you to check that out as well. So for tonight's epic adventure, we are actually going to be getting our extra lives ready to jump through the green warp pipe into the gaming world to introduce a pair of tank heroes or tank users from a game that actually dropped over 8 years ago. Yeah, you heard me right, folks. 8 whole years from the Blizzard world. Now, again, I invite you guys to please sit back, relax, kick your feet up, take a deep breath, and just chill out and mellow out with your boy. Because as you know, it's just you, me, and the merchandise of tonight. So why don't we go ahead and get started then, huh? Now, before I forget, the music that you guys are hearing right here, if you guys can hear it, just know I own no rights to it whatsoever. It's not, I own no rights to the beats, the lyrics, the images, the songs, none of that. I'm simply using it for, I mean, just aesthetic purposes and just to listen to, So please, yeah, hope you enjoy it. Hope you guys are settled in, because here we go. So, first up, we're actually going to be taking a more scientific approach as we introduce our first guest of the evening, who, Apologies. Forgive me. Excuse me. Um, our first guest of the evening actually wanted to harness the power of gravity itself. But, I mean, you kind of guessed it. Something actually went awry and something went wrong. So, please, ladies and gents, give a big Wolfpack welcome to. Now, forgive me if I butcher this name. Please forgive me. To Mr. Siebren de Kuiper, aka the Sigma. Yes, that's right, folks. Yes, right, you heard me right. The wondrous astrophysicist has gravitated into tonight's episode and, of course, brought with him his story on how he came to be. Right there. And thankfully, he came with his own stand, so I ain't got to worry about that. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button and share the live. Bam! Check him out. Another marvel of the Funko world. As you can see, he's sporting his trademark look. His little clusters right there, which he uses the power of gravitation to basically throw them at you. And again, he is a tank hero from the Overwatch series that took place for the first time back in the year 2016. But Mr. I'm sorry, Mr. Kuiper here, Coupier, was actually considered a pioneer in the field of astrophysicism. His life's work involved devising a way to harness the power of gravity itself. And he was equally known for his groundbreaking research and eccentric personality. And he conducted most of his strategies from his lab in the Hague, Hague. Just that's how you say it, Hague, or something like that. Um, Believing that he was actually close to achieving his goal, however, he actually performed most of his experiments on an international space station. Huh? What do you mean, June? What's huh? What do you mean, huh? Huh? What? Oh, sorry. Just in case, we've already introduced our first guest of the evening. It's Sigma from Overwatch. Here, I'll show you again. See? Cool. All right. Now, again, as you guys probably guessed it, brilliant astrophysicist, but something kind of went wrong. Overwatch lore. Yes, Overwatch lore. We're actually telling the story of how Sigma came to be, Again, something went wrong, and it triggered the brief formation of a black hole. Yeah, you heard me right, folks. The infinite mass of space, the thing that swallows planets if necessary. But the thing about this one is that De Coupier was actually only exposed to its power for a brief moment, but he actually suffered serious psychological damage, and the area around him actually began to experience sort of like strange fluctuations, if you will, and in gravity. However, peaking and dropping in time with his reactions. So when that black hole came into contact with him, not only did it affect the area around him, but it actually affected his mind as well. And in that moment, he had to be evacuated immediately. Otherwise, he probably could have died. And upon his return, though, returning to Earth, De Kuiper was actually quarantined in a secret government facility, because they felt like he might be a danger to the world. So, and between his ravings about the patterns of the universe, the non-linear nature of time, and the gravitic anomalies that he was mentioning that happened around him, he was actually deemed unsafe and detained for years under the name Subject Sigma. Isolated from the world and unable to control his powers, De Coupier actually retreated into his own mind. But he thought that he would never see the outside world again, so enter the evil agency known as Talon. Because when Talon discovered that De Couper's existence, they actually sent Reaper, Sombra, and ultimately the sniper Widowmaker to infiltrate the facility and to break him out. Now, they actually had plans to use his brilliance and research to further their own just uniquely evil plans. And in their custody, however, De Couper actually slowly gained control of his powers. And now, gravity actually moved according to his will, and he was closer than ever to achieving his life's goal. However, the same experiment that had opened his mind actually fractured it in the process, and over time he actually struggled to keep the pieces in whole together, because due to the fact that his mind was still kind of shattered due to the black hole. I mean, you got to think about that because it's kind of a bad situation, Hello and good evening, mother. Hello and good evening. Now, Dequipier actually did continue to develop his powers in hopes of, sort of unlocking the secrets of the universe, unaware that Talon is actually using both him and his research to further their own dangerous needs, Whew. I need a swig after that one. Okay. Now, since we told this story, I would very much like to include some fun facts that I did find out about him. For example, there's a specific saying within the game when you're using him that he says, "There's no obligation for the universe to make sense to you." Now, the only reason that that's sort of well known is because that's actually a quote by the famous real-life astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson. If you don't know who that is, I invite you to look him up. I actually took a moment to look him up, and dude is pretty smart. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lie. But he's also the tallest Overwatch character to ever come into the roster. Now, most people would say characters like Reinhardt or even Diva would be the tallest, but no. He actually towers at a whopping 8'1". Yeah, you heard me right, folks, honestly. And probably the most interesting fact about him is that he's actually the oldest out of the entire Overwatch roster, hitting the age of 62. I mean, that says a lot due to the fact that a 62-year-old man can be gracing the land of Overwatch and be smacking healers and DPSs around. That says a lot. Oh, Lord, I can't believe I didn't forget about the healers and the DPSs. I think it's been a while since I've been away from Overwatch for too long. Oh, dang, you're making my mind hurt now, Sigma. Relax. Okay. You guys good? I want to make sure you're good before we continue because we're going to be moving on. You're moving on in a different direction, but still the same universe. Okay, so next up, we're actually going to be introduced a true queen. Well, Queen of Carnage, to be exact, whom also actually bears the tank role. And no, she doesn't say nerf this. No. Are you doing all of the Overwatch characters lore? I was only able to procure 2 Overwatch characters tonight, June, to answer your question. But once I get more of the Overwatch characters, trust and believe, I will cover them. I will cover them as well. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. She doesn't say nerf this. However, she actually says time for a reckoning. So, ladies and gents, please give another big Wolfpack welcome to Miss Odessa Des Storm, aka the Junker Queen. Yes, it's the good old cutthroat leader of the Junkers squad, and she has graced us with her fine presence this fine evening. I know nothing on Overwatch. Hey, honestly, that's quite all right. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. I want to be able to share this with everybody who, I mean, whether you know a little bit, a lot, or nothing at all, I want to share it with you, either way. Because characters like Sigma and Junker Queen, they are quite unique in their own way, So please allow me to get into Miss Odessa Storm's story here because she's brought a whole lot more than her axe with her. I'll tell you that. Because even though she kind of has her axe with her. Okay. So I'll show you guys her real quick. Oh, she has her own stand too. That's even better. Come on out, Miss Storm. Oh my goodness. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay. Bam. Check her out. As you can see, she's not really happy to be here. You know, she's got the thumb down. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that's because Sigma is here because the two really don't like each other. She's really, really. I think she looks really cool because she's sporting her trademark mohawk, and of course the two side braids right here. Beautiful blue hair, powerful axe, honestly. And yeah. So Miss Odessa here was actually born in a small outback settlement as one of 6 children. She actually constantly had to fight to prove her dominance, you know, to sort of assert her dominance, you know. And her mother, who was actually a former Australian Liberation Front Cell leader, ran the town, ran the town watch, and her father was also a former ALF member, where she negotiated trade with the other settlements, you know, or he did that. That's what the ALF members do. My apologies. And together, however, they taught Des the rules of the wasteland, which means how to operate in a group and how to survive the irradiated outback. Because you got to remember, in the world of Overwatch, nothing is really ever normal, you know. But for those living in the shadows of the ruined Australians' Omnium, which of course was during the Omnic crisis, you know, that actually never really ended, you know, and it just took sort of a different shape, if you will. The survivors and descendants of the ALF and the Omnics, who actually roamed the outback, clashed in an unending battle for land and resources. Des and her friends actually learned to fight from a young age and quickly formed a posse to hunt Wastelander Omnics. And she actually uses piece of equipment of her fallen enemies to craft sort of, you know, macabre armor and weapons for herself, you know. And over time, she actually made up things like the axe that she uses, a gauntlet that can actually manipulate electromagnetism. And after defeating the legendary King Howl, however, Des actually took over Junkertown and set to work uniting these factions. You know. Well, I got a crown too. It's not about me. She's the queen here tonight. I mean, come on now. Okay, what was that? Oh yeah, and Dez actually took over Junkertown and set to work uniting the factions. I just want to bring that up again, just in case you guys forgot. One diplomatic beatdown at a time, because that's one of the ways that she asserted her dominance. Was yes, it's true by beating the others. However, she wanted to make sure that she was well known throughout the other factions. You know. And in time, however, the Reckoning even produced a champion of her own, aka Wrecking Ball. And now, as the Junker Queen, Dez actually uses her wasteland knowledge to control the Junkers and impose order when necessary. But that's only when necessary, of course, or if somebody tries to cross her, you know? And of course, training them to fight up against the Omnic crisis. Now, that might mean rewarding the faction leader or taking them down. So it's really all in all a very good day's work whenever she can either unite a faction with her or if she has to take one down by beating them to death, you know, so or destroying them. But that's the story. I know some of it might not make sense, but I mean, she's still a newish character to join the Overwatch roster. But I've used her a few times. I'm not gonna lie. She's pretty destructive. I'm not gonna lie. Even though all she does, like Reinhardt, is swing that axe of hers, I still think she's really good due to the fact that she's got a rushdown attack. She's light on her feet. That axe does pretty good damage. I'm not gonna lie. Now, I did find out a pretty couple of fun facts about her. Not much, you know, because not much was known about her. But she actually has a knife alongside her axe and her electromagnetic gauntlet. It's actually called Gracie, and her axe is called Carnage. So in a way, it kind of makes sense, you know, Grace and Carnage at the same time. Now, most interesting fact that I found out about her is that, like the other heroes, Reinhardt and Zarya, the Junker Queen is actually a very oppressive brawler because not only is she good at swinging the hammer, but she can also swing a whole lot more than that. You know, that includes a fist if necessary. But I pretty much just explained that to you guys, you know, so either way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Let me fix that for you. Cool. Now, don't get me wrong. I will definitely get a hold of some other Overwatch characters because, like these other ones I've seen on the back of the box, like there's Kiriko. I would love to get a hold of her and Echo because I feel like those two are definitely ones that I should procure. And trust and believe, when I can, I will. I will definitely help them to join the Wolf Pack. But with that being said, folks, I am going to go ahead and get up out of here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button right here when it does appear. And for you to sample either one of these fine videos, please and thank you. And don't be afraid to smash that share button, smash that like button, join the subscription crew if you want to, because I appreciate y'all. But from here, I will be shooting over to my Twitch to do some gameplay. Not sure what yet. Maybe more God of War, because I want to be able to continue the story of Valhalla. Or if not, I might get down on some Mortal Kombat or maybe some. Hey, I might play Overwatch. Or if nothing else, maybe Fortnite. We'll see what happens. So until next time, guys, I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another riveting episode. And of course, as always, no play. I'm actually proud of myself because yesterday I was able to hit Grandmaster status in Combat League. So now I'm going to pioneer for Demigod status. I got to be careful, though, because that's when the sweaties start to come out. I'm just saying, But yeah, subscribe button, video, smash like, smash share, subscribe. And until next time, guys, stay safe, stay awesome, stay weird, stay yourselves, and be zen as always, huh? Peace.